Okay, hello, and let's talk about cardiac signal transmission, which is basically how does the heart beat? What causes the heartbeat? It all starts with this area right here. There's a kind of a tissue here. I'm going to draw it in green because this is how it starts. So green means go, traffic light, right? And this area is called, I'm gonna write it right here. This is called sinoatrial node. Sinoatrial node. This is the first tissue that starts the signal. So it's a kind of a pacemaker. Basically, it generates the electrical signal. And normally it's also referred to as SA node. So we're going to call it SA node. It generates the signal. It starts here. Although, however, almost every cell inside the heart can generate signal. So if this tissue fails, if it doesn't work anymore, then the next tissue will start the signal. So it's not a kind of a very essential part, but it does start because it beats slightly, or it generates signals slightly faster than other tissues. So it's the source of the signal, and it connects to this is your right ventricle, your right atrium, and this is your left atrium. And it connects to both of them, so it basically causes your left and right atria to contract. So it contracts your atrium. Atrium contraction. So this is how it starts. Then, from here, I'm going to draw this in red. It sends the signal to the area right here. This is red because now it stops. You need to pause this contraction. So it's going to pause this in the second area called anteriventicular node, also known as AV node. And the reason why it's called anteroventricular is because it's basically on the border of atria and ventricles. And AV node, its main purpose is basically to provide a kind of a delay between contractions. Why? Well, because you don't want your atria and ventricles to contract at the same time. You want to contract your atria first. You contract this first so that the blood flows from here to here, right? You want to create pressure. It flows here, and then you contract your ventricles so that the blood flows from here to here, and from here to here. So this is why there's this delay, and it's produced by AV node. Then from the AV node, it goes, I'm going to change the color. I'm going to use orange because I'm going for a traffic light here. From AV node, which is right here, it goes down over here and over here, and it goes down in two kind of bundles of these nerve bundles. And these nerves, so the right one goes here, the right one goes to the right side, the left one goes to the left side, and these two bundles have a name. They're called, well, they are usually known as AV bundles, but they also have a different name, a more common name. They're known as bundles of His with capital H, because it's someone's name, bundles of His. And so they conduct signal from the AV node. So they conduct signal from the AV node down to the next part, conduct electrical signal. And the next part, I'm going to draw it in green again because this is also go. This is also a signal generation, but in ventricles this time. So this goes down here and spreads into these long fibers that innervate your ventricles, because now you want to contract your ventricles. So these fibers are here, and these fibers have a name as well. Everything inside the heart has a name because it's the coolest organ. And the name for this fiber is, it's a funny name, but you'll probably never forget it because it's such a weird name. They're called Purkinje fibers. Purkinje fibers. And these fibers basically generate electric signal inside your ventricles. Ventricle signal generation. Now there's a delay between this here, and this here. The delay is usually around, it's under 1 second, so that's why you actually hear the boom 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 boom, because it starts with your atria and then it goes into ventricles. The delay between these two is around 1/10 of a second. 1/10 of a second, but you don't really have to know this. So just to kind of repeat all this, so let's just draw our traffic lights. Green, green. Then we have our orange, orange here, and then we have our red, red. So this is our traffic light. It's a funny traffic light, but that's how it's going to be, because it's easier to remember this way. Alright, so hard traffic light. First we start with green. This is your SA node. SA node, this is the pacemaker. SA node. Then you have your red. Second one is red. This is the AV node. This is red. Stop. It's a delay. 1/10 of a second delay. Then we have our next part, which is the bundles of His. This is a transmission. It's orange. It's transmission. Bundles of His. And finally, the last one is go again. This time it's ventricles. Purkinje fibers. Purkinje fibers contract your ventricles. And one more thing I'm going to mention is something about the SA node. Your SA node is actually innervated by two things. One of them is a nerve from your sympathetic nervous system. If you remember correctly, SNS is this is your fight or flight response, right? So SNS causes your heart to beat faster, increases heartbeat, and it does it by innervating the SA node. So if your SA node is not functioning well, your parasympathetic and sympathetic system is not going to be able to control your heart very well. And now it's also innervated by another nerve. This is your parasympathetic nervous system, PNS. So this is to decrease your heartbeat. Decrease your heartbeat. And this is something you should know. This nerve is called your vagus nerve. Vagus. VAGUS. So vagus nerve innervates your SA node as well and decreases the heartbeat. Alright, well this is all you should know for signal transmission in relating to the heart, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.